Peace, and welcome to the very first edition of UAUTV. I'll be your host, Truth, CEO of Up and Up Fashions, and I'm joined today by my guests, the multi-talented and superstar brothers, UCB, a few of the brothers from UCB, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Start with the brother to my left.
My name is Trey.
I'm Eric. G-Money. G-Lennon.
Man, while we at it, man, I want to run down the other members of the bands that's not here today that make UCB what it is.
Rashad, the bass player. By the way, I'm a vocalist. Mike, another vocalist. Bo. Myra. Then you got Marcus. Slump. And Godfather.
But that's peace, man. I want to get y'all opinion, get y'all views, man, not opinions, pardon me. I'm going to get a little bit of everything today. We're going to talk about the history of UCB. We're going to talk about the transition of UCB as it being one of the... Now, we're going to just cover the history briefly. Okay. The transition of UCB from y'all coming up from a young band to a band that's basically a name in go-go right now. A heavy name, a lot of people leaning on y'all towards the future success and the future of go-go. So we're gonna cover all that. And let's just start with the history. How did UCB come about? What brought that to fruitation?
Well, I think probably me and G-Money can answer that best. In like '94, we started to get a little band together. Me, G-Money, Mike, and it was somebody. Oh, and Mike brother. And then, you know, we had started with the ideas and had a little bit of we had a couple of little songs that we had made. But then we wasn't really serious about it. So then like maybe 2 years rolled around, the summer of '96, we probably was like 14 and 15. We really was, damn, I just told our age too. We really was like got serious about it, and that's when we started to get our equipment and our members together in like August of '96. We was practicing, August, we was practicing every day. Then like in November of '96, October, November, Eric joined the band because we was just in between. We was all in between drummers and percussionists, and then Eric joined the band. So like I'm gonna say November of '96 is when we had our solid core group of guys. That's we still had a core group.
And you guys, and what was the initial name for the group at the current time? The first name you came up with was Uncalled.
Was Uncalled For.
And what was that about? Who came? How that was that?
That was me, where we had a pep band in school in Carroll, and we're not pep band, we used to have music class, and everybody used to try to come up with names, where if they started a band, what their name was going to be, and then me and my friend, we kind of like made that name up together for our band at school, but then I took it and ran with it, without
So Eric, what did you feel like at the point when Trey just mentioned you coming into the band, you said that's when it all began? Was you the central piece as the drummer? Was you the piece that missing, or was it like after that promotion got serious?
Yeah, no, I think I was just the piece that was missing. Like they already had everything all together. It's just that from the drummer aspect, and anybody who knows music knows the drummer's pretty much the heart of the group. And the drummer aspect, they were really, they didn't really have, like I said, but in between drummers, and there wasn't a lot of structure there. No consistency.
Okay,
so when I came.
Tell me about your first few shows as a band. What were these shows mainly at, and what was going on at these shows?
I said our first few shows was in the street. We was it was such a direct influence because all our friends and a lot of the places we was going, like in high school, they had places they can go like Ceasefire or Smoke the Brothers. They ran that on 14th Street. And they ran a little small go-go shows out of there for the kids that couldn't go to certain places. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of young bands playing in there, which became, direct influences for us, you know what I'm saying? It was an inspiration because they was our same age, they was doing the same thing that the older bands was doing, so, that
we was in it together.
That pretty much put up, we put the back with that, you know what I'm saying?
Block parties. At the recreation centers.
Right, and that's how the started.
On corners.
Basically
like junkyard.
Walking our equipment to practice, catching the bus with our equipment to practice, walking our equipment to the show, Bentumani, on Spring Road.
We was bass drum on my back.
Yeah.
Like 10 blocks.
Yeah. We used to walk like he said, Ceasefire. That was on 14th Street, and we all used to be so close knit. All the other bands that he was talking about, like High Image, shout out to Razzle, rest in peace. Young Legends, Burnt Out Youngins, who was from the same neighborhood as you know what I'm saying, Backyard. It was like their little brother at first, but they was real creative. Burnt Out. Shout out to Bob, Bo, all them, Unit, and everybody. Total Madness. Yeah. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Did I say High Image? Yeah, I said High Image.
During this period, when y'all first just start coming up and y'all getting these shows here and there, the rec centers and on the streets, what did y'all realize afterwards? Was it a certain show or was it a certain just level of maturity, conversation with the band, with management or whoever it may be, when did y'all notice, man, I sound alright, people respecting this sound, and we can set ourselves apart from these bands?
I think we realized it when, like, the first time we played, we ended up getting a manager by the name of Shawnita.
But before that, you go before that.
No, before that.
Before that, we was on our own basically, but we had two friends, Goody and Stuff,
who helped us out.
That helped us like with our first shows, and what really kicked everything off was it was 96, 97 was a show called at Forest Glen. That's a Walter Reed location. And it was maybe like 700 people there. And I'm not gonna say we sounded good,
but we was
we wasn't sounding bad, but we was the premier band at like 15, 16 years old with like 700 people. Like that was unheard of. And we was only like 6 months in.
And then we was playing with a lot of groups that were already playing. And like they said, we developed a lot musically, but back then, some of the groups that we was playing with that was playing like years before us, we got better response, overshadowing them, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the response from the crowd or, you know what I'm saying, promoters.
But that Forest Glen show was the show that really took it over the top, that made it feel like, all right, we can do this to the next
that
level.
really got our buzz in the streets because it was mostly like people from all the high schools over the whole city. So then that's when people started to like look up, like the promoters and stuff. That's how we got kind of like into Lapina, opening for Backyard Crew. I mean, and they was already like fans. We already knew them just growing up. So then that's how I think we got the attention of Shawnita, who you were saying, Northwest Youngest manager.
We was bringing our own crowds. We was doing all the promoting and marketing and all that ourselves.